Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog, and today we're talking about the Philadelphia 76ers loss to the Brooklyn Nets last night because it was pretty bad. They lost by almost 30, 29 to be exact, and not gonna lie, I did not expect this game to go this way. First of all, it was an away game for Brooklyn, so Kyrie Irving was able to play. But James Harden was fucking terrible. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. James Harden was fucking terrible. He shot 3 of 17 from the field, and I think he only scored like 14 points or something like that, if I'm correct. Just to check it out real quick here. Actually, it was worse. He only scored 11 points. And, you know what, man? This is kind of what I was afraid of with James Harden. It seems as if whenever he is put on the spot, like he's never been a clutch player. I'm just going to say that. He's never been a guy to really deliver in crunch time. But playing against the Nets, you could tell he was a little rattled. He was uncomfortable. Felt like at times he was forcing shots. He's going to the basket, forcing layups, trying to get free throws. And we've actually learned some stuff today about the relationship between Kyrie Irving and James Harden specifically that I didn't know. And it was that the whole reason James Harden wanted out of Brooklyn is because him and Kyrie Irving were not getting along well. In fact, an executive or an insider for the Brooklyn Nets came out and stated that Kyrie and James Harden used to play one-on-one all the time, and Kyrie Irving wasn't even really in basketball shape and used to kick his ass all the time, apparently. And apparently one day it got so heated in these in a scrimmage or whatever. I guess Kyrie was guarding James Harden in a scrimmage, and James Harden, I guess for whatever reason, couldn't score or really do anything against Kyrie, and Kyrie called him washed. And that was the end of that relationship. And they said it went downhill from that point on. So yeah, Kyrie kind of, stuck it to James Harden's feelings, and James Harden was like, okay, I'm done. And you know what, man? That's not good. That's after hearing that, I just think to myself, like, is James Harden really a guy you want to build a team around at this point? But 76ers are stuck with him now. They traded for him. And, yeah, he shot 3 of 17 last night. It wasn't good. The Philadephia 76ers looked like a completely different team last night. The ball movement was non-existent. James Harden wasn't really so much facilitating as he was trying to score. And I feel like that really showed. The Nets locked down Tyrese Maxey, man. I mean, like, they didn't let Tyrese Maxey really do anything. I think Tyrese Maxey scored like 16 points maybe, or was that Tobias Harris? Yeah, it was Tobias Harris. Tyrese Maxey scored 4 points and shot 2 for 7. So they shut down not only James Harden, but they shut down Tyrese Maxey last night too, and that was a big reason why the Nets won. Another big reason why the Nets won was Seth Curry went fucking insane. Seth Curry was, from what I understand, not happy about being traded. He wanted to stay in Philadelphia, and last night he definitely made his statement. He scored like 20-something points. He was hot all night. I mean, he was doing isolate. He looked like Steph Curry last night. If I'm being honest with you, Seth Curry was looking real Steph-ish last night, isolation, dribble moves, shooting threes. He actually shot a 3 and then walked right by the 76ers bench talking shit. I mean, like, he was in his feelings last night, and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving were sensational as usual. But I will say this. A lot of people are saying that they will take the Brooklyn Nets over the Philadelphia 76ers in the playoffs, and there was a lot of tweets going around saying like, oh, I'll take KD and Kyrie over James Harden and Joel Embiid any day. And I gotta disagree with that this year. And the reason I disagree with that is because once they get into the playoffs, the Nets, okay, if they get into the playoffs, that last night was kind of a statement game. They played very well. But the thing is, Kyrie Irving can't play home games, and that includes the playoffs. So do I trust the Nets to win a series when Kyrie Irving can't potentially play 2 or 3 of those games out of a 7-game series. I don't know, man. I mean, personally, for me, I feel like if Kyrie Irving can't play every single fucking game for the Nets, they're not going to win. So that's where I stand on the Brooklyn Nets. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, they're the championship contender, and so on and so forth. They did this without Ben Simmons. Well, they did it with Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving was very good last night. It's just a matter of, is Kyrie Irving going to be able to play? Is he going to get vaccinated to play home games? So, unless the rules change, which I doubt. So, I don't know, man. It's going to be a very interesting playoff season, I think. I'm going to be honest, the Philadelphia 76ers can't play in the playoffs like they did last night. You can't go out there against teams and only get 4 points from Tyrese Maxey and 11 points from James Harden. I mean, granted, Joel Embiid did his thing. Tobias Harris was pretty good with 16 points, but, you can't expect Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris to carry you through the playoffs. It's just not going to happen. Granted, I understand Harden's not always going to play like that, but, when it seems to be like whenever it matters, James Harden just doesn't deliver. I'm pretty positive he was rattled last night having to play against the team that he left, essentially, or basically kind of forced his way out of, but it's not looking good, man. Last night was not a good showing. And I hope it improves. I will say that. There's been a couple games this year, the first couple actually with Harden and Embiid, that looked really fucking good. But the 76ers also lack depth. I will say that. They lack a lot of depth. Like, outside of their starting 5 and, like, Tyrese Maxey, their team is not very good. I mean, they have Willie Cauley-Stein and DeAndre Jordan, but they traded Seth Curry. So it's kind of like, how good is Georges Niang gonna fucking be? You know what I'm saying? And some Frank Kortzmaz and all these guys. It's just, the 76ers need some depth. That's the main reason I don't think they're going to win anything this year. And I also don't think the Nets are really going to win anything, because if Kyrie can't play every single game, you're essentially relying on KD, Seth Curry, and I guess you could say Drummond or whoever to win you games. And Kevin Durant's good, man, but can he win you playoff series by himself when he's playing against teams like the Milwaukee Bucks and, the Miami Heat and stuff like that? I don't know. I really don't think so. So, I don't know, man. All I know is bad showing last night for the 76ers, bad showing for James Harden, and I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about the 76ers, man. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.